Hey guys, it's Sophie Cunningham here. You guys are with me during Media Day. Oh.
Let's go! Let's go!
The players, rah, and the marketing crew received their content on Indiana Fever Media Day. Boom, sis, but make people anticipate the next season. Thus, nothing blatantly unfavorable will be heard. Even though this is all publicity, Caitlin Clark in particular made some significant remarks, who, to my liking, was beginning to peacock a little. When it comes to realizing her worth, she isn't holding back. It is fantastic, particularly in regard to the question about playing off ball, which I'll demonstrate for you in a moment. However, many individuals overlook something else. Nancy, I don't want to be critical, but I can't take back what I heard. From Stephanie White and Kelsey Mitchell, on the surface, everything seems great. However, if you pay close attention, it cannot be unheard. This is a brief, action-packed video. Now let's get started. But first, if you're happy, please like this video to witness the return of Caitlin and the Fever. Alright, so before I discuss Steph White, Caitlin, and Kelsey, you know what, the beginners sound incredibly positive, so I wanted to briefly concentrate on them. And after witnessing Angel's roasting, even if it was just innocent, the good news is what you want to hear from her new teammates in Atlanta. Let's begin with Mayshaw Hines-Allen, who caused a great deal of controversy, albeit I don't believe that. She was the target of particular hostility. More annoyance stemmed from the Fever front office's failure to bring in superior skill, but this is awesome. She made it clear that she joined the Fever in order to have the chance to play with Caitlin. Caitlin wanted Clark to be there.
Winning, being able to play with Caitlin Clark, I think that was a huge eye-opening. Like, I have the opportunity to play with one of the greatest players that's ever going to play the game of basketball. So for me, once I also heard that, like, oh, she really wants me here too, I was like, oh, well, let's get it done then. There's no questions about it.
Additionally, Monique Billings seemed like a very upbeat and drama-free person, and I really enjoyed what I heard from her. Nice teammate, akin to Sophie Cunningham or perhaps Sydney Colson.
For sure. I mean, I'm a vet. I've done this for a while now, me being in my 9th season. I know it's just coming in, knowing I'm brought here to be me, which is positive, which is light, bringing a leadership to this group. And again, having my conversations with management, why they brought me here is to be me. So if I can just continue to be the best version of myself, I'm in a good position.
Now that we've finished discussing the newcomers, let's move on to the returning characters, beginning with Caitlin Clark. Whether the Heat would bring back the core from the previous season was the main topic of discussion this summer. Especially Kelsey Mitchell, who had options on the open market and was ready for a max contract. Caitlin. She stated that getting Kelsey back was their first priority while appearing on NBC's Basketball Night in America. And she reiterated on Media Day that Kelsey is her ride or die.
I think that speaks to like why she continues to sign back here, is like she enjoys the people that are here, and she also feels loved and cared for, and you know, people are here to serve her as well, but she does it in return too. So just really fortunate that she's back here. I know I've said this before, but she makes my job a lot easier when you have somebody in the backcourt like that. I mean, I don't think there's nobody better in the league for me to play with, so just really fortunate and lucky.
You will hear the same type of chat track if you listen to the Mayshaw Hines-Allen clip again. It's good to see that Caitlin has a choice in who joins the Fever because she wanted both of those players. After all, if the Fever want to retain her for a long time, it will be crucial. Additionally, there's just one reason I understands why she might not want to stay: the entire concept of playing off the ball. The media is aware of its controversial nature. Because they questioned her about it on Media Day, it became a discussion point among her admirers. She responded, PR friendly. However, she also acknowledged to everyone how talented she is. That will come up shortly, but I must make my point. First, Caitlin and the team, as well as the viewing quality, are the primary problems with the off-ball stuff. Experience are all enhanced when Caitlin is in possession of the ball. However, Stephanie White frequently notes that Caitlin is an on- and off-ball athlete. She seems to want to limit what makes Caitlin exceptional. And the reason I mention it is these positive remarks made by Steph White and Kelsey. They are genuinely quite optimistic. However, these two simply have a different vibe than Stephanie and Caitlin. Let's begin with Kelsey. Kelsey.
chemistry and wanting to play free. And I think Steph did a good job of like showing that throughout the course of the world. And me like being able to play free last year was just like one of the things that you want to sell to players that's, you know, trying to win. And I think that with CC and AB, I think we done a really great job of building a chemistry that can't be broken. And I think that it's something to really hang your hat on because we trust each other. We constantly building with each other. And I think practice lately has just been, it's been really great for us because you get to see the free agents and the ones that do come in, really see how we gel and hopefully get embraced.
Once more, that's really good overall. I adore my teammates. You enjoy learning about chemistry and other related topics. However, did you hear her say, Steph White lets me play free? She doesn't need to defend herself like Caitlin. She'll be forced to play a game in a minute. She is able to play as she pleases. In her remarks, Steph White reaffirmed that.
I mean, she's huge. You know, I don't think there's a faster player in the league with the ball than Kelsey Mitchell. I don't think there's a scarier player in the league to guard one-on-one than Kelsey Mitchell. And, you know, for us, putting her in position to do what she does best so that she doesn't have to think about it, she can just do it, was a priority. And Kelsey and Aaliyah really put us on their shoulders, and they elevated us to that next level. And Kelsey is a player that you want her to reach the...
First of all, it's clear that Steph adores Kelsey. She believes that she is the league's most difficult player to guard. Look, her fans adore her. She is optimistic. She has talent, no grievances. I'm happy she's returned. However, the way she describes her, we want to help her succeed so she won't have to worry about anything. We wish to provide her with the best chance to prevail since she deserves it. It's not that Steph dislikes Caitlin as a person or as a player. However, based on every interview I've heard over the previous year, it appears that Kelsey's favorite player, and she gives her freedom to do what she wants. Simply said, I don't hear the same zeal for Caitlin. If anything, it has to do with limiting her game and ensuring that she complies with the coach's rules, so much so that Caitlin was forced to respond with her thoughts on the off-ball plan of action. Additionally, she made a significant comment in her response regarding her worth.
I think a little bit of off-the-ball stuff. Like, I think mostly on dead balls. Like, I'm the best. I think I'm the best transition player in the league. That's where I thrive. Everybody knows that's my game. So, you know, getting the ball off of rebound or in transition, like that's probably when I'm going to be the primary ball handler more than anything. And then, you know, getting off the ball a little bit and catching your breath. Like, it is exhausting bringing the ball up 94 feet versus pressure every single time. So we certainly need to find somebody that can handle the ball a little bit and, you know, give me a little bit of...
Now, when it comes to PR, Caitlin is rather strategic. She is aware that everything she says will be scrutinized and examined and pasted all over. The answer was, yes, but it's true that I can't always have the ball. It's exhausting. Of course, but I'm also the world's greatest at this. Put otherwise, the front office of the Indiana Fever and going too far with your off-ball tactic is not in your best advantage, Stephanie White. You place the ball in someone else's. I'm the best at this, hands in transition, so you're doing the squad a disservice. It's a significant declaration. It demonstrates that she is aware of her worth. Additionally, she has 1 year remaining on her rookie deal as she begins her third season. Given that both Kelsey's and Sophie's futures are uncertain for the upcoming year, she will face a difficult. Take a look at how she is used in Season 3. She adores Indy. She desires to remain. Clearly, the players enjoy one other. Additionally, there are many reasons for supporters to be enthusiastic about this season. However, being underutilized won't make her happy. In terms of Caitlin's future, I believe this will be a major plot point this season. Share your thoughts with me in the remarks. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you later.